Yeah, I don't get what's going on, but for some reason, OBS just keeps crashing for me. But anyway, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Seer Saturday. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. I certainly have, especially finally. I got my hair done. You like? I mean, the length is going to be something I gotta get used to, but I think it looks pretty nice if I do say so myself. I could certainly arrange it in a few nice ways. I didn't think it was going to be this length. I might go much shorter next time. But what's done is done. Took me a while to get this done. I gotta dip this in hot water after I'm finished with the stream. But anyways, I feel pretty. I missed having color like this on my head again. So at least now, thank you. At least now I have something that I can feel really pretty in. So I am not complaining one bit. Oh, yeah, I gotta turn this off actually. But anyway, welcome back to the stream. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. So yeah, hard to believe it, but this is going to be my last stream in this room. One of the last streams I'm going to have in this room until, well, I officially fly out. So really hard to believe, really, people. Just really hard to believe that pretty soon I'm going to be out of here in less than a week. It's just so surreal. But we're here. We're in this place. And just overall, yeah, just trying to process so much. A lot's been happening. But yeah, I got a lot of, yeah, I'm going to Japan. So that's why I've basically been streaming super frequently. I've been streaming almost every day through the month of May. And so I've been using streams to basically like fundraise up to that. And it has been really, really helpful. So thank you guys for everybody who has donated, everybody who has subscribed. Just overall, just being really supportive people. I really appreciate you. Without you guys, this trip literally would not be possible right here. So it's always just you guys tuning in has been a huge contribution here. So thank you. Just all I can say is thank you. Oh, you're going to Japan mid-August. Where at? I'm going more like towards down south. I'm gonna stop in Tokyo and then I'm gonna fly from there to my final destination in Fukuoka. Ooh, starting at Tokyo, then Osaka afterwards. Nice. That's amazing. If I had more funds, I absolutely probably would have spent some time in Tokyo. But yeah, things didn't exactly work out that way for me. But at least for a little bit, I might be able to at least like see a touch of the city before I move on to my next destination. I'm certainly hoping to, like, one of the goals is to explore some of the towns surrounding where I'm staying in, like Kumamoto, and stuff. Oh, so for context, Hyun led a Madoka Magica marathon on Discord earlier, and there's an updated 3D version of the Madoka Magica game called Magia Etc. Which I'm thinking of trying myself. I really enjoyed the spin-off Magia record, and unfortunately, due to grad school, I wasn't able to finish the game. But I got pretty far into it. In fact, I was pretty close to about where I left off in the anime. But then they shut down the app, which I was so mad. So it's still technically up, but it's only showing. It's basically just like a fancy character display app now, rather than like an actual game. But yeah, like they said, it's a Magia yeah, it's basically it's more like a spin-off rather than a main story, actually, because you could still see Madoka kind of directly referenced for the most part. But yeah, you're right. In terms of that timeline in particular that we follow, it is technically right after Madoka Magica, like the main plot line. So that's kind of correct, yeah. But yeah, in the game itself, it is directly succeeding, yeah. But yeah, it's just been... It's been a lot to process. The fact that I'm flying in less than a week. So if y'all want readings from me for this weekend, now's the time to do so, because next weekend I'm definitely not going to be able to pull this off, because I'm going to be well, abroad. So there's that. What is going on with my computer? It's like, it went from, I'm functioning just fine, to just, I'm crashing everywhere. We'll get there. Let me get my playlist back up real quick. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's just been so warm. Okay, there we go. I got it functioning. Yay. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's just been so warm, and it's partially because, well, it was about to rain, and it just started raining now. So there was that. Okay, let's get some music back on. There we go. Okay. Yes. So, okay, there's a stream over those who want to stream without getting kicked with copyright. Hey, listen, as long as they have some music at least that can work with it, I would be totally okay with streaming it. Though I think most likely it might be, I really want to like do more personal playthroughs, so it might be a solo thing for this one, but I might mention it off cam, like on camera at least. But yeah, for those who want to follow along with my trip, I'm planning on vlogging. So on my second YouTube channel, Theological Otaku, I'm probably gonna put, I'm gonna post some stuff on there, hopefully while I'm still in the country itself. But definitely I'm gonna put some TikToks on as well, just so that there's like something that you guys can see in real time. Because like the live streams are a little bit unpredictable right now because I'm going to be, well, traveling. So between where some of you are located, I mean, I do have some European fans, but I also have some fans from the United States as well. So I know that for some people it's going to be very tricky to watch me, especially since like there's such a narrow window that people from the United States can watch me. So if y'all are into morning streams, that's the best I can really do for you guys. Ah. But yeah, my second channel and TikTok are probably going to be my best spots if you want to watch me live. So yeah, long story short, if you want readings, this is the weekend to do them, because after this weekend, I don't know when I'll be able to do this again. If I'll be able to do this again until I get back. Because I won't have as many decks with me. I'm probably at most gonna take these three here, which is my Queen Herbie deck, one of my tarot decks, and the Isis Magic Oracle deck. So in honor of that, I'm gonna pull some cards from these three decks. So where was I going? Okay, now I remember where I was going. It's gonna be down to the bag weight. That's gonna be the make or break with that one. It's gonna be down to the bag weight. If it ends up being too heavy between my gaming laptop and just in general, like the stuff that I need to bring for the trip, like it's mostly going to be clothes and toiletries I'm going to be bringing over, and like my vitamins. Yeah, I know. I know I need to bring it. But again, ultimately it's going to be down to bag weight, because I'm already pushing it with some of the decks that I'm bringing with me. But yeah, if it's light enough, I'll take it with me. True. That's true. I mean, bare minimum, I need some more practice with it, for sure. But anyway, I know I spent quite a lot of time already just blabbing, having a bit of technical difficulties, and that's the other thing. I need room for stuff I'm going to bring back from the trip. I mean, honestly, I don't know how many souvenirs I'm going to be able to even, like, bring back, considering how tight the funds are, but I certainly want to keep plenty of room for any things that I would like to bring back, for sure. For sure. But yeah, the other thing that's been kind of on my mind lately, besides some things about traveling, which I'm still trying to process the fact that, like, it's happening. There's a couple of things in terms of future streams. First off, Paralives. I'm thinking the next stream I'm gonna do for Paralives might be after I get back from Japan, because I'm thinking by then the next major update should occur for the game itself. I know there's like DLC that kind of like DLC that are like fan made, that enhance the game's experience. But I think I want to get at least like one like major official patch to make the gameplay much more smooth before I continue on. And there's also been a bit of a commentary snafu that's kind of made me like hesitate to continue, which is one of the early access reviewers said, I'm not gonna name names, but like the information's already kind of out there. Please don't sign harassment. That defeats the purpose. Because the moment you go to harassment, it just, you lose the argument by default. But essentially, let's just say like this early access person has said some really unsavory commentary that just doesn't belong in gaming and in the simulation space in particular. And yeah, this guy got early access. And I think Paralives would probably save their image if they did one of two things. Either not gave him the bandwidth, or they said a statement saying, this doesn't have a place in our community. But then again, I took publicity training back when I was in grad school, so I wouldn't be surprised if they leaned towards the second thing of like, let's keep silent and hopefully he doesn't give enough bad bandwidth on our company to just vanish. But the other concern that's been coming up recently is, well, Seth has been trying to violate the First Amendment by not recognizing over 150 faiths in the military. And that, I mean, as a theologian, I have a problem with that. Because one of the things that people have literally fought for in this country is to be able to be free to be whoever they want to be here. And it's just, in a way, it's not surprising that things are trying to be undone by this current administration, and yet I am tired of things being undone, of fundamental rights being undone. I'm pissed off. So, yeah. Long story short, it's basically a placement of, well, in other words, Happy Pride Month. Hate has no place here, and you're always welcome at my table. Whether you're rich or poor, queer or straight, atheist or spiritual, you're always welcome here. In case it hasn't been abundantly clear before, it is made abundantly clear today. Alright? So, with that spiel out of the way, let's go ahead and get to some cards, shall we? So, first up we have Burn, Hallucinating Reality. And I'm glad you could make it Dream Impossible. Thank you so much for tuning in every time, like whenever you can. I really appreciate you. Because I know like not everybody's into gaming and not everybody's into card pools. So feel free to broadcast your question. Today I've got a couple of Oracle decks with me, as well as my Tarot deck. I would be doing runes, but I haven't been able to find my rune book. But I could try and keep digging, because I have a feeling it's like towards that way. I've been struggling with intrusive thoughts lately. Wonder if I'm protected or if it's basically just scorched earth in the realms of the unknown. Gotcha. Alright. Let me get some incense going at least. So that way we have a nice atmosphere. This is Japanese incense, by the way. I bought this in a Japanese house in Philadelphia. It's called... The scent's called Daigen Ko, which means Great Origin. It's really pretty, and it's nice and light. Those who do not like too much smoke, this is the perfect kind to get. Because look at this, it's pretty light. Like, you don't see much. Alright, let's see what's going on here, Fern. Oh, but yeah, it's been hot. Okay. So we got... Not surprising that some swords are popping up. Thinking these two might be good enough here. So we got the four of swords. So I'm feeling like in a nutshell, this is basically your concern about the intrusive thoughts that have been coming up. And it's also been like a call for a bit of like retreat or a bit of a break. And it almost feels like you need to like find some way to like get back in touch with like your inner peace and from your inner strength. Like that's been the one recommendation I got here. Wait, let's see what the other one is. Got the King of Wands here. I feel like I've pulled this one for you like a number of times with the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like I've pulled this for you at least a couple of times this past month. So there could be a call to tap into some inspiration, tap into what typically inspires you. And whenever you go for creativity, be it painting or writing, like I'm feeling artistic creativity here, though creativity can manifest in multiple forms. But when you're going into creativity, even in a space of a beginner's mind, or you've touched this medium several times to the point where you feel like you have some handle of the situation, whether you're new at it or you've been at it for a while, there's a kind of a call to trust the process and know that whatever needs to be created will be created through you. So, like there's a compartmentalization, internal defense to separate me from aligning with my darker thoughts. So at times I feel like I'm falling into darkness. I see. And I think this is where the King of Wands might be coming in. It's not necessarily to like surrender to your darkest impulses, but rather coming at them from a space of excessive fear is not going to help. Instead, it's important to recognize that the compartmentalization is there to protect you from being overwhelmed. And I think for right now, it's more so to focus on where you're at this moment and give yourself a space to process, a space to breathe, especially with the Four of Swords coming up. There's a call for you to like give yourself a little bit of a break or a respite, and I'm feeling it's through creativity of some sort. It doesn't have to be the things that you display in galleries or on your wall. Bare minimum, it's just to get the cobwebs out of your mind. Just put it somewhere that is safe for you to process. Do what you gotta do to let yourself breathe. Whether it's maybe putting it aside for a little bit, ripping it up, burning it within a safe container, of course, throwing it away. Do what you need to do to help yourself feel safe. Yeah. Yeah, small bits. You don't have to go all at once. Like, just go where you're at this point. And, well, bonus points if you can get, like, a facilitator or some extra support or something to help you to, like, have at least, like, have a space to where, like, you can kind of come back to, more or less. So that way, if things kind of go bottoms up, you got someplace to go. But yeah, to answer your question, I feel like it's kind of a bit more on the protective side. Like, there's some things that you might not be ready for in this point in time. But I think if you give yourself a bit of space and some grace and pay attention to where your creative impulses take you, I think it can be the start to make it easier for the intrusive thoughts to not run so much interference in where your actions and your mentality goes. Obviously, I'm not in your brain, but hopefully it gives you at least, like, to try something to make it a little easier. Yeah, I think you're protected. I don't think you're just left to your devices. I don't think you're alone in this one. I think there's clearly something with you, for sure, that is helping you through. And I think in this moment, it's more so right now, there's a signal for you to just give yourself a bit of a break. And let the support come to you in the right time. The last card I could probably pull here. So for you, I got the Six of Cups as well. And it doesn't even have to be a huge one. Like, even just, like, the length of a song can sometimes be a good place to start. Like, a length of a song. Like, having a good piece of music in the background. And Six of Cups, it's about simple pleasures as well. Allowing yourself to indulge in those. Let yourself enjoy the small joys in life. Have some good intentions towards things you want to do. And I'm feeling, most importantly, the trusting of the good within and around you. Because I feel like, especially when we get to like certain spiritual states or spaces, there tends to be the sense of, there's a sense of like constant improvement, to fix, etc. When sometimes it's just nice to have a moment to remember that there is good at all, and we have good within and around us in our lives. So I feel like overall there's a call for you, yes, you are being protected right now. The next thing you need to do is to remind yourself that there is good to be had. And you could start small. So that's what I got for you, Fern. Hopefully that gives you something that you can work with at bare minimum. But yeah, it can be a lot. But yeah, just take it a bit at a time. Of course. Okay, so for Dream It Possible, if someone is distant trying or wanting to reach out to me, what's their energy? Okay, let's see. Whew. Like, have you been, like, feeling stuff lately, or just been, like, sensing stuff? Oh, add temple. I will ask the question in a little bit later. Hello, Messa. It's been a hot minute. Oh, that was fast, because it's showing ad break ends in 2 minutes. Yeah, hello, Messa. It's so good to see you. But yeah, like, have you been feeling that there's somebody been reaching out to you, Dream It Possible? Like, energy-wise? Oh, you're Cal. Okay, that makes more sense now with your Insta, especially. I just thought of it now. Okay. You've been told, but it's not happened yet. Gotcha. Yeah, what prompted the change? Out of curiosity. So I want to be more consistent? Okay. Oh, okay, so we got 4 cards for Dream It Possible. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we got Temperance here. And then we got 8 of Cups. Queen of Wands. And the Chariot. Interesting. So... yeah. Well... I don't really do, like, yes-no kind of stuff, but from the vibe I'm getting from, like, these cards, I'm kind of leaning towards yes. I feel like there's somebody, like, whoever this person is, I think it's going to be pretty significant to you, from what I'm seeing. This is the kind of person who's very introspective, also is very dedicated to whatever craft that they do or whatever work they do. Very emotionally passionate, a very driven person, and certainly a go-getter with the Chariot, a go-getter and very sensitive from what I'm seeing here. Let me see what else we got from the Excuse me for the description here. Sorry, I've been up since like 8 a.m. and this was just to get this done. So, pardon me, bit tired. But anyway, for temperance, it's very much a focus on harmony and equilibrium, balancing on opposites, moderation of extremes, self-restraint. Harnessing absolute forces and reining them in to be wielded for a purpose. Holding opposites apart from one another denies their power of unity. So, yeah, I feel like it's going even further to this sense of very emotionally sensitive and introspective. And this person is, it seems like they're the kind of person that is not afraid to go deep within themselves. But the flip side, sometimes they can go a little too deep on the introspection too, from what I seem to get. And it's to the point where there might be a tendency to disengage, be it from this reality or from certain spaces. But for the most part, I'm seeing a very dedicated individual. For the most part, for what I'm seeing here. So yeah, I feel like there is a reaching out of some sort that could be happening. And whoever it is, it's very much a person that gets what they want, for sure. Very much a go-getter. Saying they because I don't know where they fall. I admit timelines are not where my expertise lies, so you might want to get a second opinion on that one. But on average, whenever I pull for stuff like this, it tends to happen within maybe like a month or two. Obviously, like the more in advance I tend to pull, the more I feel like the more accurate it tends to be. But yeah, usually it tends to be like on average a month or two. It tends to pan out. If it doesn't pan out, usually it's either like there might be like some like maybe like just like one more thing you might need to like get aligned on, or there might have been something you needed to avoid or learn that was better than the situation you probably would have been in. But yeah, I would say within 1 or 2 months. That's the average I tend to see it in. Sometimes it happens sooner. Like for some readings I've seen like results as quickly as like after one stream sometimes. From what I've observed anyway. Yeah, of course, Jimmy Possible. Feel free to get a second opinion. If you want, in terms of like more specific timing. Eventually, I want to get the Say When deck from Tarot Stack. Not sponsored. But I want to get the Say When deck at some point, and I want to at least give people maybe like some timelines to work with and see how that works. But anyways, so Mesa, aka Kel, so you have been wishing for a general from your guides. So let's see what we got here. And y'all, we've been going through this rather quickly, so we haven't even hit an hour yet. So if anybody wants to join in the queue, hello. If anybody wants to join in the queue, feel free to press exclamation point join. Because I've been going through this pretty fast. So if anyone wants a reading, now's your time to do so, especially since this will be probably one of the last one of the last like full streaming weekends I have until I arrive in Japan. I arrive in the country. Yeah, I'm going to Japan. I'm gonna be there for 5 weeks. The first weekend is gonna be a wash, basically, because I'm gonna be moving into my dorm for the summer, and probably gonna be jet lagged. So I am probably not gonna be very, very functional for streaming for like the first week or two. Then also adapting to the school schedule, and I might be like doing excursions and stuff. And also, like, it's gonna be either like super early or super late. I'm not at that level yet, but one day, that's one of my aims this trip, is to at least get enough that I can work within Japanese. So here's what I got for Mesa. So we got 3 of Pentacles, the Sun, 9 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you got a very Pentacles heavy rating here. It's yeah, you've got a very Pentacles heavy reading today. What's been going on? So I'm feeling there's been a bigger call to collaborate with your spirit team a lot more. That's kind of one thing that's been coming up, and there are good things heading your way. Like the Sun is very much a signal of like, hey, things are gonna go well. The sun's gonna rise again. There's good news afoot, so pay attention. Just got out of a tower moment. That's good. Like when you're on the other side of a tower moment, that is such a relief. So you can breathe. The worst is over, and now's the time to just take some time and reflect on that period, but also embrace the present of the post tower moment of like, okay, you got through this. And now, in terms of the 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, like you got all Pentacles for the most part. There's a call for about 2 different kinds of dedication here. So first, there's a call for a balance between what you experience here materially and what you experience in the spiritual plane, and balancing your dedication between the two. Because I mean, we talk about, there's a lot of spiritual teachings that go along the lines of our bodies are our temples, and it's often talked about in terms of like self-care, but it also is talking about it in terms of how we connect to the divine as well, how we connect to the unseen forces around us. Yeah, that's doubly confirmed with what I've been pulling lately, which is it's calling for more focus on the balance, especially between the spiritual and the physical, but especially in terms of the present, to not get too stuck about how things used to be, because that time is gone. You just take what works, leave the rest, and then focus on moving forward, because it's a different time now compared to the past. You have more wisdom compared to the past, which is the calling from the other card, the Page of Pentacles, which is now there is a call to focus on the knowledge that you have right now in this moment, and to be unafraid to let yourself experience what it's like to be in this plane. Because I mean, you manifested in this material plane for a reason, whether you're spiritual or not. You have this present here and now. And so it's a call for you to pay attention to what's around you in this moment, in this space, and give yourself a chance as well to study things you've been curious about, things that are in the space that you've always wanted to do, things that that have a practical application that you might need. I deleted all the things I was focusing on too much. Yeah, sometimes, you like, especially if they have a tendency to do that, that's a call for you to be like, okay, clearly there's something here that I have to pay attention to. If it's getting to the point where things are getting deleted, I better pay attention. Otherwise it can be, because sometimes whenever the divine sends a message, it starts with whispers. Then it gets to knocks. Sorry, not knocks. First starts with whispers. Then it gets to phone calls, be it signs from animals, nature, etc. You do not want it to get to the point where they start knocking and yelling at you. When it gets to the point of deleting things that you care about, or it starts like uprooting things in a very nasty fashion, yeah, run and do the thing you need to do before it gets worse. Case in point, when it comes to spiritual work, and I've done some over the years, there are some deities where they will give you some time to process, but there are other ones where they're like, you are going to listen to me, and you're going to listen to me now, otherwise bye. They just talk through my mouth, telling me us talking was the problem, stopping from tomorrow. I don't know if suddenly stopping would probably be the best idea. But yeah, it's like, yeah, there are some that are just like, there are some that are like, they'll give you some time, but then there are other ones it's like, you gotta do this ASAP, otherwise I'm gonna do it for you, and it's not gonna be as pretty as if you do it yourself. So I think number one, determining which ones do that and which ones don't would probably be a good place to start. And then once you get through that, once you get that knowledge, I think the bigger message I'm getting from the cards that the bigger thing that I'm getting from the cards that I pulled for you, it's very much at this point, there needs to be a dedication to this world as much as the spirit world. So this is a time to start developing a balance. Start developing a balance, and also have a team. Be it your spiritual team, be it literal people, a community, ideally a mix of both, the people around you and the spirit team. Have a focus towards something greater than yourself, or something beyond you, and work towards that. Be it a study, be it a kind of work. I feel like I'm talking gibberish right now, so please feel free to tell me if I'm just talking BS here. But yeah, long story short, I mean, it just feels like there's like a call for you at this time to focus more in the present for now, and you'll get the message of when you need to do the next thing. Okay, good. So I think at this point now, it's just like pay attention to just stick with that focus for now, and you will get a signal when it's time. You'll get it when it's time. That's what I've been receiving from this. So that's all I've got for you for now. It's gonna be. I gotta remember it's Mesa over here now, even though I'm so used to calling you Kel. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. So CMYD, it is your turn for your reading. I do not know why I did not notify. I think I X'd out. Ah, okay. I said CMYD, okay? But anyway, it's your turn. Do you really want me to say it out loud? Listen, I don't want, like, Twitch has been getting more critical nowadays when it comes to streams. Like the other day, like not the other day, but like several weeks earlier, Root's channel almost got taken down just because of a couple of tarot cards that she pulled from like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Thankfully, they put it back up as quickly as they took it down, but it was still kind of scary. Hey, Rakuya! Welcome to my stream! So, it's a tarot stream. I do them typically on the weekends. So, basically... Dealer's choice, please surprise me today. Konnichiwa. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My dude, my brother on the cards. He just basically said hello like several times. But yeah, I got my tarot cards out here, so. So yeah, Rakuya, if you want a tarot reading or any card reading in general, Tarot stream I thought was a gaming stream, but I mean, it's literally the notification here. It's a tarot stream. But anyway, so Rakuya, if you want a reading from me, all you need to do is type in ~join and you'll be in the queue. And then you can basically ask me anything. The only things that I can't really do too well are timing and like what I like to call third-party surveillance, where essentially I don't like presuming people's thoughts. So like, is this person thinking about me? Is this person cheating on me, etc. Like that kind of stuff I don't do. It's more so like I like to focus more on like the chemistry between people or the vibe of a person you're thinking about. Like it makes it easier if you said at least like, hi, how are you? Like at least like some point of contact makes it a lot easier. But for the most part, I'm pretty much open to anything. So whatever, like even if it's like a question that you kind of consider super woo-woo, I can do it. So far you are the third person in the queue. So okay. All right, no problem. I also can't predict actions either. Like people have free will after all. So ultimately that's how I approach these cards. It's kind of a mixture of like meditation and it's like a meditation and a secretary, like a divine secretary. Best way I can describe it. But with that, CMYD, this is for you. Got 4 cards for you. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we got the 4 of Cups. And then these 2 popped up at the same time. The 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So clearly there's been a lot going on. Go to bed, Messa. Go to bed, Messa. I'll catch you next stream. Back tomorrow. But anyway, so we got 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, and I could say that because, like, it's pretty late where he is, so... Yeah, go get some rest. I'll catch you next time. Anyway, so CMYD. Yeah, don't know why I'm getting the vibe of like you've been kind of going through it. Yes, and well, if you got something going on, that's totally fine. Have a good night. Or should I say morning? Anyway, so getting back to CMYD's reading, yeah, clearly it's either been like something you've been going through, or something that you've been dealing with. Because usually when the 4 of Cups happens, there's kind of this vibe of grass is greener on the other side. Whenever I see that card, there's like a sense of like introspection to the point of isolation and almost like too absorbed in your ego in some ways. But it's there's a sense of like emotional stuckness. Like it's hard to move forward, like move past something. And it just feels like things look almost grayscale where there should be some color. To borrow some metaphors here. And the bigger picture either feels too blurry, like it's really hard to see what's going on past the parts where you're struggling at, or the big picture sometimes can feel almost too massive and you don't know like what part of the picture to begin sometimes. Or you're buying paints. Oh, Roncy's calling. Gotta call her back once I get to another break. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. So the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So they surprisingly flipped over together, and they're kind of both 2 different types. Gotcha. Okay. So the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, they're kind of a call for like 2 different kinds of, for lack of better phrasing, effort, so to speak. One, which is a call for you to delegate your labor, whether it's doing it bit by bit or being able to pass it on to an additional person or 2 to make it easier to carry. So that's one part of it. And then the other part is, hello G-Rock. The other part is to be really brutally honest with yourself, because whatever mindset or headspace that may have put you in this stuck feeling is not working. So sometimes you just gotta be honest and just chip away at what's not working and be really honest with where you're at. And Yeah, I feel like the thing I said earlier about like some things are a bit gentle in the gentle in the offerings, and other ones are like, do it or I'll do it for you. This is very much one of those situations where it's like you really need to pay attention to what's been going on and acknowledge what it is and do it before the situation does it for you. So the final card that I got here is the King of Pentacles, and I think it might be a hint as to where you could possibly ensure the Ten of Swords energy doesn't get too destructive, essentially, which is a call for you to acknowledge your skills, acknowledge your talents, because you have a lot of them. And I'm feeling a Lion King metaphor here, where everything the light touches is your kingdom. So there's a lot of influence that you have in your life, even if it looks like as if you don't have much. So it's important to, if anything, it's important to allow yourself to, sorry, I feel like I went gibberish territory for a few seconds. Let me come back. Hold on. So it's important to remember your power and also be very aware of where your power goes, and make sure to be really honest about what you actually want out of said power, and to apply it deliberately and carefully. And that right there is the issue. That right there is the issue right there. Because they were never yours. Even if you were your partners, they were never like truly yours. They are independent beings who happen to choose you and you chose them. If you violate their autonomy, you lost by default. So, all the more reason why you need to be honest with yourself. Be very careful and very deliberate about your actions. And remember the power within. You better not be. You better not be. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Come here, CMYT. I almost said the whole thing. Ha ha ha. Nice try. But anyway, it looks like there's a lot of things that you need to like set down a little bit. Give your mind a break. For sure. Because it looks like you're going through it. Anyways, my next, I know, oh, there's an ad card starting up in a minute. Let me snooze that. Doitashimashite. You are so welcome. Anyway, so Hyun, do you want to go now, or do you want to? I know sometimes you like to go last, but you did say a couple of quick ones, so I can do you now if you want. But if you want to wait, that's fine too. Whatever you're more comfortable with. And then I think... Okay, yeah, just tell me what you want. Oh, checker checkup. Okay. You did say a couple of things, so what was the other thing you wanted? Okay, so the channel will focus on your reading on Monday. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do the cloud card reading first, and then I'm gonna do oh my gosh, I had the pronunciation earlier and I just lost it. Raquia? Gonna do their reading next, and then I'm gonna end with the chakra checkup. How does that sound? So in other words, cards, whatever Raquia wants, and then back to you with the chakra checkup. How does that sound? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the deck. I might actually give myself, whatchamacallit. I think I'm going to give myself, a minute. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so... the Clow and the Sakura cards, they are a deck that's featured in the TV show Cardcaptor Sakura. Like in the TV show Cardcaptor Sakura, there's two, aka Cardcaptors, for those who grew up in the US. I'm kind of showing my age a little bit here. But anyway, there's two different decks that I have in the back. One is the Clow cards from like the original TV series, and then there's the Sakura cards, which are basically upgraded and supplemental versions of the Clow cards. And then recently Clamp did a new series called Clear Card, which is basically like season 3 essentially of the series. And I think they just recently finished the series, or if they're not finished, they're certainly close to it. And I think they just revealed the entire deck. But I'm thinking at some point between watching the whole thing and having the whole deck revealed, at some point I will get the clear cards as well. And now with tarot, so I feel like the Clow/Sakura cards and tarot cover very similar territory, but I feel like the Clow cards give a depth that sometimes tarot can get a little bit more esoteric about. Not that there isn't esoteric stuff in the Clow and Sakura cards, but I feel like they're just a bit more straightforward about it, and they're also very gentle about it too. Like they're very, very gentle, whereas like tarot cards, they're not afraid to get blunt. That's just me though. So how about you watch Hyun's reading that I do with them, with my cards, and then you can decide whether you want that, whether you want Oracle, whether you want Tarot. And it'll give you some more ideas as to how that could go, okay? Yeah, of course. So I'm gonna let this ad run so that way it doesn't get interrupted like mid-read, and I'll give you some time to actually grab my cards in the back. Okay? Actually, I'll make it 2 minutes because I need to refill my water bottle too. Thank you, everybody, for the hydrate notifications. But anyway, I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes, and we will continue on, okay? Okay. So let me see. We got 20 seconds. Perfect. Okay. So, with the Sacred Card reading, it's about the interview on Monday. Right. Okay. So, these are the cards here, in case you want to see them. These are the cloud ones. And the Sakura ones, they have a star in the middle, and it's pink. And there's like a couple of extra cards in that deck. Oh, this is a really good one. Okay. Thankfully, I have a fan in here, so it's not too terrible in this room. But it has been getting warmer lately. Okay. Okay. All right, so I got 3 cards for you, Hyun. So the first one that I got for you, in terms of our cloud card divination, is the Flower. And I think the first thing that you gotta remember, especially when you're doing an interview, is when you're selected for an interview, it's pretty clear that they want you. And what they want to do is hear your story, like how you got to this point. Because they want to hear it. They want to hear from you, like what are ways that you will add an extra sparkle or shine to the position you're going to be in and the institution that you're going to be a part of. So the biggest thing that I can say is remembering how you're going to blossom in that environment and highlighting how important it is to be, to quote from Hamilton, to be in the room where it happens. So allow yourself to be in that, allow yourself to like embrace the energy of the space, knowing that you are wanted. You're wanted in that space. Of course, pay attention if you feel like something's off, but for the most part, whenever you're called for an interview, they want you. So embrace the desire, however that manifests. That's number 1. Number 2, got the Watery. And if you remember the TV show, the Watery is a kind of intense card. Like, it literally took throwing the personification of the card in the freezer for her to like finally stop attacking. But the second thing is to like pay attention to the nature of your emotions and your intuition, because a lot of times our nerves when it comes to interviews, it can sometimes obscure what's really going on, and it can get so easy to get into a space of being prepared for judgment, and not in terms of like critique, but more so in terms of unnecessary nitpicking, if I could better phrasing. It's like it's getting to like this, it can be very easy to get to this sense of like being an attorney instead of being an advocate. Okay, they sound like the same thing. Let me go a little further. Hold on. What I mean is, it's easy to get defensive when really the focus needs to be more so on letting your work and your interest and your potential speak for itself. And when it comes to an interview, it's much better to be in real time instead of trying to preempt, instead of just reacting, if that makes any sense. I mean, you could still prepare for the questions and stuff. It doesn't mean like don't prepare or anything, but it's more so and that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Bare minimum, have some general ideas that you want to talk about or you want to bring up as you go through the interview. And then when the questions come up, it should be easy to fold them in. Not should, but like, if you have some like talking points like ready to go, whenever they do ask something, it's a little bit easier to kind of fold them in rather than trying to be like, oh, what was that thing that I wanted to bring up again? So that's the second thing that came up with the watery. Yeah, basically bullet points. Bullet points, and then it'll be like, whenever you get a chance to like explain it or go a little further, do that. Absolutely do that. So the final card that I got for you is the Earthy. So the final piece of advice I got for you for Monday's interview, it's definitely give yourself a bit of scaffolding with the bullet points, like I said earlier. So that kind of, in a way, kind of already filled in what I said earlier. But then also, mostly earth element too. It's interesting. Got the flower as well. But I think it's also just like, it's also a reminder to like, afterwards, give yourself some space to breathe. Especially after an interview. Because I mean, your mind's working overtime when you're doing an interview. So it's just as important to give yourself something to look forward to afterwards, like a good beverage or a nice TV show or chatting with somebody that you really are comforted and trusted by afterwards. Okay, in that case then enjoy the ceremony. Enjoy the ceremony, enjoy your cousin's festivities. Celebrate the fact that like an achievement was made. In 2 counts. 2 achievements have been made. Number 1, you went through an interview, which is big by itself. And then number 2, celebrate the fact that like your cousin once removed finished high school. So I think it's a call for you to just, enjoy the party, enjoy the moments. You've done everything you can, and at that point, you just need to just let the petals fly. Just let the petals fly. Let the intentions go, and just whatever needs to happen will happen at that point. Something good is coming out of this. I mean, that was basically me when I had my job interview. It was like, at this point, I have done everything that I can to increase my odds to basically be successful, to pay attention to the instructions, etc. I've done everything I could. At this point, I'm just going to have faith that whatever happens, and I'm going to do my best with what's in front of me. So I'm just going to let it all go. Let things work themselves out. 24 hours later, I got the job offer. So sometimes it works like that. Other times you just might need just a little bit of time. Like that was me with graduating grad school. Like I had to work so fast on my final project. It was like, and then at one point it was almost like, if you don't, I got an email from my professor saying like, if you don't get this in by like a certain amount of time, I'm basically gonna make you like do it the next. You're gonna be made to repeat the course. And then literally not 5 minutes later, it was like, okay, never mind. It works. You're fine. And I'm like, ma'am, don't give me a heart attack right before I turn 30. Ma'am. Right before I turn 31. Like, don't give me a heart attack at age 30. Oh my god. That was the hardest. That was like the most panic inducing and simultaneously the most relieving 5 minutes ever. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Hyun, in terms of your card reading. So I'm going to come back to you with the Oracle, the chakra checkup. So, Rakuya, it is your turn now. So, if you're still happen to be here, kind of wondering So I'm wondering, what medium would you like me to pull for you for your reading today? Yes, you are next. So what would you like me to pull for you, and what is your question? You can either specify in the chat or you can use channel points. Okay, you want tarot. Got it. What would you like me to look into? You can also do a general checkup's fine too, if you want. Oh, okay. All right. So the energy between you guys, that I can do. Absolutely, I can do that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Sounds like you've known this person for a while, too. Ooh. Flying card. Oof. My nose is itching. Let me get out the... Check your stuff. Okay. Okay. So, Rakia, here is the vibe I'm getting from you and Patrick. Let's see what's going on here. So we got the 5 of Cups. The Emperor. The Empress. Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. That is very interesting. So we got both the Emperor and the Empress here. And then in the bookends, we're getting the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. Very interesting. So the Emperor and the Empress, there's like 2 different characters going on here. So for the Emperor, for one person, there's this sense of like creating order out of chaos. And then for the other person, there's this sense of generosity and expression and being fully in their senses. And then the Emperor, it's very much more about having this order, this scaffolding, and this confidence in structure. Now, what I find more interesting is more so the cards that are like in between them. So next to the Emperor, we've got the 5 of Cups, and it can often mean like introspection, but not in the helpful way. It's more so in terms of like it's getting to the point of remorse and regret, to the point of like self-blame or navel gazing. Yeah, and also focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah, thank you, Hyun. And also, there's kind of this sorrow of like what could have been or what should have been done. It could be in actions, but also it can be in terms of inactions. More so in action, because there's like this thing of like, this could have been something so awesome and I screwed up. And it's almost just getting stuck of like, I screwed up. I could have done better. I'm not redeemable in some way. And then there's like this one fairy in the back that's like, no, It's not the end. Come on, there's one more try. There's more chances. Like, it's not over. Just keep trying. I'm right here. Like, you got this. Like, support. And it's like, it's so easy to lose sight of that. So, one or two things could be occurring. Either, like, it could be like a call for introspection for whoever vibes more with the Emperor energy, or there might be almost like too much introspection to the point of self-blame, and you gotta watch out for that. And then the other card that I got here, which is next to the Empress, which is kind of interesting considering that, like, I can kind of see both of these too for either side as well. So for the Ten of Pentacles, it's about like enjoying luxury. It's like one of two happily ever after cards here, where in this case, the Ten of Pentacles, it's very much like an embrace of abundance and luxuries and things that have been hard won through your labors. Like you've been doing so much good work towards what you want to pursue, the things that you want to enjoy. I guess to borrow from Madoka Magica, because I mean, Hyun and I recently watched it, thinking about Madoka's mother, where the life that she's living wasn't what she originally saw herself doing, but it's fulfilling enough in terms of actions, but more so the experiences she gets as a result of her actions, that it makes her happy. So, kind of similarly, there could be a sense of contentment in terms of quality of life and also the nature of the connection, especially in terms of you two in reference to the world. Now, in terms of how the dynamic could be better support, yes, exactly. It's not the job itself, but more so the challenge it provides. Exactly. So, I'm feeling like a call with the Ten of Pentacles is figuring out what makes you and Patrick have the sense of contentment. And hello, Luvez! It's been a hot minute. I've been good. Thanks for asking. Okay, this is interesting. So I was trying to like pull some advice for what to think about for ways to construct the dynamic. And I got the Wheel of Fortune. And oftentimes with the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of the sense of like, que sera, sera. What will be. So at this point, it's very much a call for you to just trust in whatever dynamic that you and Patrick have, that whatever rough patches that you go through or whatever joys you go through, you will see them through. If anything, looking at it now, I don't know why this only crossed my mind now. Looking at these in particular, this is the typical thing in wedding vows in particular, for better or for worse. Now, with that said, I'm not saying like there could be like a marriage or a civil union per se, but this is very much this kind of sense of like for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, sickness and in health, that kind of dynamic. And the Emperor and the Empress, they are authoritative leaders in their own spaces and in their own rights, and they have their domains. of where they're best at. And so, where the Wheel of Fortune kicks in, one of the most sometimes for some people it's the most depressing, but for most of the time it's kind of the most relieving, is the sentence, "This too shall pass." Whatever needs to come together will come together. The important thing is remembering that there is a connection, that you are interconnected. Yeah. Yeah, I totally see that. But yeah, like Sven here is not liking anyone or finding anyone personally attractive, then there's him. I'm very content with my life currently, but he's so attractive. That is exciting. But yeah, I think at this point, I think it should take, yeah. I think it might be worth taking a chance. I'm assuming based on whatchamacallit, based on what I pulled here with what cards were next to what, I'm presuming you're nearer the Empress energy, and then Patrick's probably the Emperor. So it looks like he might be going through a little bit of an introspective period for a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, I say give it a chance. Because you never know. You got my seal of approval. I say give it a try. But yeah, there might be some introspective stuff going on, so a little bit of a heads up on that front. That's what I got, Rakia. And yeah, Luves getting. I just saw your stuff about like ancestry stuff. Yeah, ancestry is very American centric, but I will give them credit that their research department is pretty extensive. And they're more often gonna have discounts. So what you can do is you can actually download the raw data from Ancestry and put them in other websites. I actually recommend more MyHeritage because they do get a lot more diverse haplogroups compared to Ancestry. Because I mean, I'm saying this because I have had experience with Ancestry DNA, and they only recently started putting in ethnic groups. 23andMe, it is a good site. The only reason why I'm not endorsing it as much is, well, I feel like their data privacy has left something to be desired. Because they will put your data towards experiments or like research you may not have consented to. A lot of Africans use it too, actually. Like, I imported my Ancestry data into 23andMe, and it even got the region where my family's from down to precise detail. It's pretty good. But it was just like the way they use the data that was like something that kind of went like, eh. But yeah, I mean, I think as long as you like check off, I think it's like as long as you check off the boxes in terms of like how your data is managed, I think it should be okay. MyHeritage is the other one that I recommend as well, because they do get specific with like the haplogroups as well with that one. Another site, Luves, that I recommend as well, I mean, it's not going to go down to like family per se, but it's still good to have, is GEDmatch. But yeah, you don't have to have like a full on ancestry kit. Like once you test it at least once, you can just transfer your stuff into like whatever sites would work best. It's just more so just like as long as you just get one, and then you can like cross it over. But yeah, anyway, Rakuya, that's all that I got for you in terms of your reading, and I'm wishing you the best of luck with your reading. But yeah, Luves, you can just like what you can do is you can get like you can just like import your ancestry data to 23andMe and then just get a membership. It should still work. Yeah, I will say, Luves, I'm not exactly comfortable with guessing so much, but I am willing to give it one more try. Just one more try. And then I think after this, I think you're just going to need to just let the research do its thing. Because I mean, you're already trying a lot with going to the adoptee groups, I think, and also like getting your DNA tested. So at this point, I mean, I could still try, but yeah, at this point, I wouldn't call my attempts an official guess. But anyway, with that, I did see Momo join the queue. So how about you go ahead and draft up your question, Momo, if you're still here, and then I'm gonna go do I'm gonna do Hyun's excuse me. I'm gonna do Hyun's chakra checkup. And then Luves, I think like we'll give it one last shot with the name thing, and then I think at this point you are better off going through official channels after this. So I'm just gonna let the ad run so that way it's not interrupted, and then we'll be back. Stay tuned, everybody. Okay, we are back. Thank you so much for your patience. So, Starry Momo, it's your turn for a reading, if you want one. So feel free to write it in, excuse me, write it in the chat. If you also want to, you're also welcome to DM it. Whatever's more comfy. Ah, okay, thank you. But I guess in the meantime, Hyun, I'm gonna go ahead and prep for your chakra checkup. Yeah, he probably fell asleep for all we know. Knowing him. Because it is getting up to that hour. It's 9:22. But I did still see his notification on the chat, so. But yeah, I'll keep him on for tomorrow. It's no biggie. If he happens to be asleep. That's my nose itching so much. Okay. Yeah. Teehee has kind of started becoming my trademark too after him. Thanks to him. Ah. Thanks to that man. I mean, I'm already pretty on top of my hydration off camera. I'm pretty on top of my hydration off camera, but like ever since, like I'm almost like I almost have like a Pavlovian response whenever I see Dink Donk to drink my water now. That's how involved he has been with the channel. Basically, yeah. My dude. I'm not. Bruh, you know me better than that. You know me better than that, man. Ooh. Okay. Just wanna make sure everything's extra clean here. Extra energetically clean. As we're going through a bit of a energetic procedure today. Okay. And he's awake. Okay. So I already set up for the chakra checkup. So I'm gonna do that first. Then, oh, dog walking, of course, of course. Gotta take care of the pup. All good, all good. I've already set up for I've already set up for Hyun's chakra checkup, so I'm gonna do that first, and then we will get to your reading, and then we will get to Luve's. So Hyun. Oh, you also want a chakra checkup too. Okay, no problem. So I guess we will do 2 chakra checkups back to back. Ah! And then Luve's. Okay. So Hyun, go right ahead and focus your energy right in here. Okay. Thank you. Alright, Pendulum, let's do our thing here. So let's see how Hyun's energy's going. Show me yes. Show me no. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. They're a bit, yeah. Hyun and Momo are just like, they're just jokesters. Okay. So your route is open. It's just a little bit... It's a little bit less energized than I would like. So definitely giving yourself... I think definitely giving yourself a bit of time to allow yourself to ground and breathe for a little bit will help. Doesn't have to be anything complicated. Just like standing in mountain pose or even like a power pose can sometimes help. Or box breathing. Just things that give you a bit more stability in terms of the way you see yourself and the way you be in your body can be helpful. Because especially if you have a tendency toward, like, this is the thing I observe in terms of my own energy sometimes. If you have a tendency towards loads of cerebral or computer work, there can be a tendency to like forget your body's here until it's like screams to you, I am a human and I need to move. So sometimes just even just allowing yourself to like stretch. So just having more ways to like be in your body can be helpful. If you want to go very Japanese with it, there's this one exercise that's been around for a century now. Like this year makes it 100 years. It's called Radio Taiso or Radio Taiso. It's like a series of warm-up exercises that they do in Japan practically every day, and it helps you like remain limber and sharp. I did that almost every day when I was in Middlebury last year, and I have to say, I do find that I carry a lot less tension in my shoulders ever since I started doing that. So give that a go. Yeah, you might need to start listening to those notifications, because like that's certainly going to help you with your energy. In fact, I should probably get in the habit of doing it here as well. All right. But yeah, it's open. It's just like you just need just a little bit more activity to get it into stronger flow. Okay, so how's sacral here? Thank you. Yeah, sacral's a lot stronger, which considering your creative work, it makes a lot of sense. So, makes sense. Yeah, like your root's partway open, but like your sacral was strongly open, which given the stuff you've been doing recently, it makes sense. Yeah. Let me double check something. Well, I mean, also the like creativity doesn't necessarily have to be like artistic work. It can be just thinking in a different way is a type of creativity. What else? Sacral chakra could also be in reference towards flow of activity as well. Which, considering that you have been prepping for an interview, it makes sense. It could also mean, well, I only learned this over the past few years, of like getting Reiki from somebody. It could also mean like production, or especially when it comes to like financial abundance. That could be it. I think that could be like maybe like a recent flow that you've had. Maybe it's that, what I'm sensing. It's not recalibrating. So, oh yeah, D&D is a very creative endeavor. So yeah, certainly with D&D, I think that's what's going on with that one. Yeah, so makes sense why your sacral is open. It's not recalibrating, interestingly enough. So I'm kind of wondering why your root's more on the weaker side. Let's see if the other ones kind of give an answer to that. Because sometimes if there's one weaker, there could be another chakra that's compensating. So let's see how the solar plexus is doing. Okay, solar plexus is also open as well. And hello, Tanya. I saw you the other day with my Star Trek stream. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, so solar plexus is about like your seat of power and your confidence. And I think it's pretty clear that like this interview has definitely given you a bit of a boost in that front. So you should be proud. Honestly, you should be proud. So I say ride that wave. Okay, let's see. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this upcoming week might be a little bit tricky because I am prepping for my trip. So don't be surprised if like I might suddenly like drop off on the stream for like the first week or two. I see. Okay, so your heart, I feel like there's a bit of a closure, and it is recalibrating. So I think that's where that might be why the root has been kind of a little weak in the energy. Is probably because your heart probably, I think there's like a bit of fear and protection going on. And I'm gonna try not to presume, which I mean like Hyun and I, we know each other like offline as well. Well, still online, but like off camera. But there is a sense of like self-preservation and self-protection that's been coming up here with the heart. And I guess it's just kind of this fear of like, what if rejection happened? Like I put all this work and it still doesn't work. There's still that kind of, there might be some of that kind of the fear of that coming up. And yes, it is open, so you can jump in. It's !join. Okay, I see. Okay, so I was on it. But yeah. Yeah, heart chakra is very critical because it's the bridge between the upper and the lower chakras. So if you have a block around there, there's very much, it gets a lot trickier to like have the two sides communicate with each other. So very much the important thing that you need to remember, like I said earlier, and that's why I said as much in my poll. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense too. Yeah, that could totally close you off here. Because, like, depression, contrary to popular belief, it's not always about, like, sadness. Although it can be one component of it. Depression is also this... It can also be, like, a numbing. Like, it takes out all the bad stuff, but it takes out all the good stuff, too. And so you just came out of that episode. Oh, just today, actually. My cousin just did them. Yeah, I feel like changing it up a little bit. It's been a while since I've done this color, too, so. But anyways, yeah, considering that you just came out of a depressive episode, it's very much now at this point, it's very much like this is a chance for you to like reaffirm that you matter. And especially with an interview coming up, it's all the more reason to remember that your gifts matter and your message is needed in this world. Because, I mean, the fact that they want to hear from you, that's proof. So, hang on to that. Listen, you did that to me too, so now you know how it feels. Anyway. It's okay. Just be gentle with yourself. You just emerged from something really difficult. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I feel like I was in, like, a situational depression for a little bit. Like, I try not to do it too much, like, show it too much on camera, but sometimes it does, like, the desperation does bleed through, and it sucks. It sucks eggs. So, yeah, if you've been doing things that you've done things that you regret because of going through a tough time, please don't beat yourself up for it, because that's gonna make it worse. Funnily enough, you think it's corrective, but it's actually making things worse. I try to remind myself of that all the time, and it's hard. Like, old habits die hard, but it's necessary to give yourself that compassion. That's good. That's good. That's really good. So we're going to go through the last couple, like the last 3 stones here. So we got the throat chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown. So let's see how they're doing. Sometimes it is. Okay. So, your throat's recalibrating, and sometimes like I get like a physical manifestation of it too. I kind of feel like something was going on here, because like it's not open. Like, sorry, not, well, yes, it's like it's not like completely open, but it's not like closed either. It's recalibrating, so it's kind of in this ambiguous state right here. And sometimes, like, for me, it kind of like if there's like a block or something going on here, it can come up as like a like a cough for me. And sometimes this doesn't cut it either. But yeah, I kind of felt something was going on here. And your throat is like the seat of self-expression, which kind of straightforward because, like, well, it's where our voice box is, where we're vocalizing. But it's also about honesty and self-expression and communication. And often here, it's a space of purification, because if you're going through something in any of the other chakras, but especially from the heart downwards, I mean, up here certainly, but like if it's especially going through something from the heart downwards, the voice is often the method to clear it out. Yep, Tanya, right on the money. Yes, that exactly. So yeah. With the throat, thankfully, it's pretty easy to fix. Sometimes like humming, singing your favorite songs, releasing tension around your shoulders and your neck can be ways of loosening this up. Especially if you have a tendency to like hold tension in your shoulders, it's often very important to let yourself like open up. It also helps with the heart chakras as well, but like throat especially can also express itself in shoulder tension. So allowing yourself to like relax, and then allowing yourself, most importantly, to speak your truth in some way, be it writing, be it with therapy like you're doing already, with a trusted friend, with, again, singing, or even just humming it out. Getting things moving can often help with the throat chakra. Oftentimes with like the upper chakra, especially once you get past the heart, to make it easier to stabilize the upper chakras, you need at least like the lower three, usually sacral, solar plexus, and root, to get stabilized first, especially once you get up to like the crown and third eye territories. But yeah, usually the ones that are easiest to go out of whack, like your throat or your root, they're also the easiest ones to fix or get back into balance pretty quickly. So, third eye, let's see what's going on with that one. Okay. Okay, third eye is open. Not recalibrating, but yeah, third eye is open. So certainly your instincts are very strong in this moment, which is good, which is very important, especially for going through an interview and things like that. So good thing that's open. And finally, let's see what's going on with the crown. How's that looking? Crown's closed here. It is recalibrating. Thank you. Okay. So crown is closed, but that's recalibrating. So crown chakra is where like divine messages and inspiration tend to come from, as well as like connection with universal consciousness and enlightenment. So whenever there's a bit of a block, there's like overthinking and spiritual bypassing, which, considering that like what you just described, it makes sense, because oftentimes when you're in a depressive episode, this is often the first to go. There's like this disconnect. It's like you're disconnected from the phone line of the universe sometimes. Like it's not, you're not actually disconnected, but it feels like you're disconnected. And it's you just can't, you just like, it's like there's a fog and you're closed off to whatever is supposed to come up here. And when it's opened up, there's a sense of like inner peace. Like inner peace and confidence, and the sense of like being interconnected with your fellow living beings. And the ways that you can connect back with like your upper chakras which is giving yourself more times to like pause and enjoy life a little bit. Like if you have like a favorite beverage, let's say, be more mindful of what it tastes like. For example, like really enjoy the flavors of what you're tasting. Or if you have a favorite flower or a favorite perfume, really smell the notes of that flower perfume. If you like listening to music, listen closely to the beats of what that sounds like. So stuff like that. Give yourself those moments. Oh yeah, Tanya, of course. Yeah, that's included with the free stuff. So go right ahead. Go. Yeah, it's okay. Totally. Absolutely. So that's what I got for you, Hyun. So from what I can see, the ones that you should pay attention to are your root, your heart, your throat, and your crown. Which, considering what you just described earlier, I think the root and the heart should resolve itself pretty quickly, but still give yourself a bit of a foundation to work with your root, and then your crown and your throat should recalibrate more easily as a result. Feel safe enough to express and also dial back into the phone line of the universe. It should make it a lot easier. So hopefully that answers those concerns that you've had, Hyun. So, hey Momo, you still here? Yeah. Yeah, it's understandable. I was actually supposed to do a Reiki 2 thing today, but but it ended up not happening because, like, well, my hair took a while to do, long story short. And it was so awkward. I feel really bad. And yet, the trip prep just took precedence. I just want to make sure everything's all cleaned up because I'm going to do a lot of energy work here. Energetic hygiene, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know selenite's self-cleaning, but I still like to do a little bit of smoke cleanse over it anyway. A bit of cleanse for my pendulum too. Okay. Okay. All right, Momo. So go right ahead and put your focus on this stone right here. Yes, it is selenite. I use this as kind of like a channeling stone to like get like a gauge of what energy is. It's like I know it's self-cleaning, but I still tend to I like to like cleanse in between too. Because I do use it for stuff like this. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Thank you all so much for your patience, by the way, because I know I'm doing a lot more chakra checkups than usual. On the other hand, though, if you've been looking for a reading for a while from me and you happen to tune in today, between today and tomorrow, it's maybe your final shot to get readings from me because I'm flying next week and I don't think I'll be able to do a stream then. So today is a good day to do this if you want one. Okay, so here we go. Yep, and it was like right away. Thank you. Right away, there was like, Root was like, yeah, nah. The phone's disconnected, bruh. Like the phone is disconnected on the on the Root. Yeah, so the Root needs some support at this time. Okay, let's see. Sacral, how you doing? You are. But I'm thinking since I've got another chakra checkup open, would you mind, Luvez, if I do Tanya's chakra checkup and then I do your pendulum reading? Because then it'll at least like get the string done. Ah, thank you. Okay. So you're safe. Okay, thank you. So that way it like I can like focus on you in the end. So your sacral is open, thankfully. So that one's doing okay. All right. Let's see how your solar plexus is doing. All right. Solar plexus is doing okay. Not recalibrating, it seems. So, yeah, let me try the other ones. Give me one moment here. Okay. Okay. Sacral's not recalibrating, so what's going on here? Okay, Root, why are you closed up? Are you recalibrating? Okay, so the Root is recalibrating. It's just closed it's closed for business right now. The good news is with Root Chakra, that's pretty easy to like get back in sync, actually, like to just get back into focus. So Root's easiest to get out of whack because it's like it's usually about like survival as well as connection to this plane. And it's like the balance. So like coming back to it is pretty easy. It's like doing whatever it is that helps you feel embodied. Okay. Okay, I did these two. These two are open. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. This one, I wouldn't be surprised if something is going on with this one, but let's see. Heart, how are you? This one's recalibrating, which, considering what you've been going through the past several weeks, it makes sense. So, I say give yourself a lot of patience with this one and a lot of grace. But, let me see. You're not closed off, but it's not like fully energized either. So, definitely give yourself a lot of grace with the heart chakra in particular. Because that can be hard. Okay, let's see. How are you, throat? Okay, throat's not recalibrating. It is open, but it is a little bit low on the energy side. Which, again, considering what's going on with the heart, it makes sense. So, and also, again, root's like, something's there, but it's like, lights are on, but nobody's home, essentially. Like, it's recalibrating, but it's just not in line just yet. So, yeah. TLC, TLC, TLC. Yeah, we know why. Alright, let's see what the rest of them are going. Okay, how are you, third eye? Oh, immediately. Yeah, your third eye is pretty healthy. Yeah, your third eye is pretty healthy, Momo. But I think you're subbed, right? That's the long one. Shoot. Oh! It's not subscribed anymore. Darn it! Okay. I don't want to lose the flow, though, so let me just get the last one here. And then I can sum it up. Okay, Crown, how are you doing? Okay, so some of them it's not surprising where they are. Because I also know Momo off camera as well a little bit. So there's some areas where I'm not surprised that that's where he's at. But yeah. Because especially when you have like a lot of stuff going on in the heart, it can really throw the upper ones out of whack, especially. So once the minute is up, we will get back to it, and I will give a summary of my report. Excuse me. Okay, we got about 40 seconds, which is good. Because I can give a report. Okay, we're back. All right, so Momo, I have checked the remainder of your chakras, the upper ones, especially your third eye and your crown. So that's interesting because like it's saying that, like the ads are done on my end, but then it's like you guys are still having them. It's so weird. But anyway, so for Momo, I checked on the remainder of like your upper chakras. So your crown chakra is open, but it's kind of on like it's in a little bit of the weaker side. Like it's like connections there, but it's kind of like a faucet where it's like you got a trickle instead of like the full flow you typically would associate, especially with somebody as intuitive as yourself, because like your third eye is really strong. But yeah, considering what you've been going through the past few months, like especially the past few weeks, I can totally understand what's going on. So the biggest areas of concern I am seeing are your heart, your throat, and your root. Your throat and your heart, they're somewhat open, but like they're like also kind of having a weak stream as well. But then like the root's like doors closed, lights on, nobody's home. It's recalibrating, but it's dammed up. So yeah. When it comes to like root chakra stuff, it often involves like a sense of like physical safety and embodiment. So giving yourself more ways to feel at home in your space and in your body is very important. And that in turn helps you feel like start to like help all the other parts like come back into place little by little. I have a couple of guesses as to what's going on that front, but ultimately, you know your energy best. I mean, I have a few guesses myself, but I'm not like, you know what assuming does. You know what assuming does, so. Yeah, of course. And I've been overdue to like DM you stuff anyway, because I feel like I didn't fill in a lot of stuff either. But yeah, I hope that checkup at least gives you some areas as to where you can work on for your energy and get things energetic wise more copacetic. But yeah, your intuition's pretty strong, but I mean, it always was, so. That one was thankfully not too worrying. It was like, when I got up there, it was like immediate, like, yeah, you're fine. That was the part I was really worried about. The crown is a little bit concerning. It's for like a small trickle where there should be like a full faucet flow. But for the most part, your system's a lot better shape than I thought it was going to be. So that's any consolation. So Lufus, I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna do Tanya's chakra checkup next, and then your pendulum thing is the last thing I'm gonna do for tonight, unless somebody else jumps in. But yeah, thanks for jumping in, Momo. Feels like it's been a while since I've read for you. Besides the cards I did a while back. So, all right, Tanya, you're my last chakra checkup of the night. Unless somebody else jumps in. But go ahead and focus your energy on this piece of selenite here. You are so welcome. And then, Luvez, you are my final pendulum-related stuff for today. And I think I'm going to close off and raid root. Yep, that's it. Yeah, thank you. feel like I've got an increasingly intuitive circle tuning in, which I love. Really appreciate you. I thank you for being so vulnerable with me. Because I know this is a lot. Alright, Tanya. Let's see how you're doing. Okay. Root's in good shape. Alright, Sacral. Let's see how you're doing. Okay, Sacral's in good shape. Solar Plexus is in good shape. Heart Chakra. Let's see how you're doing. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Okay, Heart's going good too. Throat. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Throat's good. Like, Throat was really good. It was like immediate, like, yeah, we're good. Next. And you got a really good intuition here. It's pretty strong. Yeah, I can tell you're doing your work. Okay. Okay, Pendulum, calm down. I know you're happy. Okay. How's the crown? Tell me. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, girl. 10 out of 10. No notes. Whatever you've been doing, you should keep going because everything's good. Yeah, whatever you've been doing, you should teach us some of that because you're good. You might need to boost your sacral work just a little bit, but other than that, everything's pretty much copacetic. Whatever you've been doing, keep doing it. It's really good. You're doing really good. 10 out of 10, no notes. Very mindful. That's probably like one of the fastest chakra checkers I've done in a while. Well done. Yeah. Might be some slight concern around, like, very demure, very mindful. But yeah, like, there might be a couple areas where you might need to just, like, watch your flow a little bit because it was, like, it got really intense for a little bit. But for the most part, like, you're basically balanced. Yeah, like, what you've been doing, Tanya, it's a good job. Keep doing what you're doing. And just pay attention to how you feel, and you'll be there. So, Luvez, you're my final person of tonight, unless somebody else jumps in. So, you ready for this? So, what do you remember from last time? It's been a little bit. I remember there was a J name, for sure. I see. Yeah, it was a J-E that I pulled. So, and then you said part of your lineage is from Taiwan, right? We just got to you, actually. We just finished Tanya's reading. It happened really fast, because, I mean, she's 10 out of 10. No notes. What I've just been doing, it's working. But yeah, so it was just to, like, I just wanted to like see where we left off the last time. Um, so I remember there was like JE, and then to remember correctly, Luvez, you said your lineage is from Taiwan? Like part of it's from Taiwan? Yeah, because like after this, I definitely need to like get going because I got a couple of phone calls I got to make after the stream's over. Okay. Yeah. All right, Luvez. I'm just clearing out my tools here because we did work with a lot of energy. Yeah, those meridians are important too. Yeah, whoever taught you did a really good job. Okay. So, Luvez, to confirm, just wanted to make sure that like I'm looking in the right direction. Your birth mother's lineage is from Taiwan, right? Because I want to make sure I'm looking in the right direction. Okay, mainly China. Got it. Because I know, like, in particular, depending on the region, it can affect like what kinds of names you could get. Because I know with like towards like Taiwan or Hong Kong, you're more likely to get Romanized names or Anglicized names. Whereas if you go like more in the mainland, you're gonna get more of the names that you would associate with China. Okay, nice and clean here. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. And establish a container. So 11 light enters in. Only 11 light comes from within. A little bit of sweetgrass to welcome in some nice positive energy. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, am I connected to Luvez's birth mother? Okay. Thank you. Alright, let's see. So to confirm, the first letter of the first name starts with a J, right? Okay. Thank you. And the second letter of the first name starts with an E, right? Okay, thank you. All right. So I'm going to go through some letters in my mind here for letter number 3. Let's see what we got here. And just nod yes whenever it's correct. Okay, let me try something. All right, let's try number of letters. We know 2 of the letters are J and E. Please nod yes whenever I get to the right number. Now, I don't remember what I said the original stream, but it's saying 6 letters. And again, maybe it's because today is 6/6/26. I don't know. Okay, is it 7? Yeah, I thought it was 7 too. Okay, let me get more specific. Let me get more specific here. If it were anglicized, is it 6 letters? Okay, thank you. Just to confirm, is it not 7 letters? Okay, so it's actually 6. Okay, thank you. So it's 6 letters. We know 2 of them, J and E. Okay. Out of curiosity, would it be a name considered common where you're from? That's spinning. I think I might need to try another question. Okay. So, Luves, do you have any ideas? You could probably write down some guesses too, because I admit it's kind of hard, like being like trying to receive the information, then also kind of channeling it too. Because if you've got any guesses, that could make it easier to pin down. Taking my own advice and stretching. Okay. Had some pizza for dinner today. It was nice. So I did find like a website. Korea. I did find this site here where it lists off like top names. I don't know where they got their data from, but it does list my character. Oh, my mouse died, shoot. Oh yeah, like I don't know, like barbecue chicken pizza is pretty common. Yeah, I admit they are so hard to channel. Like the only thing I got was JE and then like 6 letters, and we got 2 of them. I think it might be worth getting a second opinion. Cause like for some reason I'm getting blocked. I agree. I think I'm just, as much as I want to give you more, I think it's protecting me from violating your privacy. I think it's what it is. Yeah. But I think it's for you to know, but I don't think like the whole internet needs to know. It also could be like whatever's blocking me, maybe. But the one thing I can say for sure is that there's 2 letters like that we got, J and E, and then there's 6 of them. That's one thing for sure that we know, at least. I know, but sometimes it's like, yeah, I think also it just might be the timing as well, because it's like I'm preparing for a trip as well, and then yeah, it's like the other thing is like it's like I'm preparing for a trip as well, and then I did like 3 chakra checkups before this, so it's also possible that I might just be tapped out, unfortunately. But yeah, if you want to try another pendulum reading, there's like thankfully there's like there's a bunch of practitioners on Twitch. You could probably just like share with them like what else you found. But yeah, I think it might be a cue for me to like pause and get some rest for today, because I mean I did read quite a bit, but I can do something else, like don't Luvez, don't blame yourself. No. That's not what I want you to do. No. It's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. Listen, things happen. We're human. There's something like the spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak sometimes. And also, it also could be entirely possible that it's like I might not be the person meant to know the whole thing, because I do have like certain ethics going on. It's possible it's conflicting with some moral code, some invisible spiritual moral code, that I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I have been feeling as much almost the entire time, like you've been asking for it, and it's like, as much as I would like to help, it might be, I think this one for now might be beyond my pay grade at this point in my spiritual journey. But yeah, it's not your fault. Anata no seide janai. Anata no seide janai. Janai yo. Okay. But yeah, listen, Luvez. Whatever information you're gonna find, it's the information you need to find. And I hope you find out who your mother is. I really hope you do. I might not have been the woman for it yet, if at all, but I hope you find the information you're looking for. So please know, it's not your fault. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's in vain. You're wanting some answers, and I might not have been the ideal person to give them to you, but at least there's something you can work with, a bare minimum. So please don't give up, okay? You're already taking the right steps with going through official channels and doing the genetic testing and reaching out to sensitives like myself once in a while. Yeah, you're not alone in terms of trying to find answers. I mean, I'm lucky that I at least have family around me, both chosen and blood related, that have my back. And you're not alone in this, okay? I really wish you all the best. You too, Luvez. Yeah, like, this stuff's hard. Like, even if you do have family, like, that sometimes you just don't know them until, like, much later. Like, I didn't really get a chance to spend time with my grandparents, like, at least my maternal ones. I got to see them, like, in high school, but I didn't really get to, like, truly spend time with them until I was in college. And some people don't even have that. Yeah, I know. And that's coming from somebody who actually has, like, birth family they can connect to and everything. So... Yeah, I hope so too. I really hope so too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and release the space for tonight. My energy stays with me. Your energy stays with you. The circle is open, but unbroken still. And with that, our Seer Saturday for this day has come to an end. Hard to believe. So the next one that we have probably will be the week after I arrive in Japan. I'm going to be in a different spot. So get ready for that. Yeah, because I mean, I'm like mixed Cameroonian and German, and there's a huge chunk of the German side of my family I didn't really meet until like the last 5 years, 5 to 7 years, and then the Cameroonian side I really got to know over the past decade. But yeah, you're so welcome. There's been a lot of chakra checkups today, which clearly there have been a lot of people who needed a little bit of an energy check-in. I'm hoping to work on like a Reiki certification some point, so I can actually do healings on air. I also been looking into like doing like tapping certification. I met this one lady in Australia who's really cool about that I'm hoping at some point to get like the funds to do that. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can at least put in some practices in addition to talking about it, so keep an eye out for that. And then I recently found out through like an ancestry update that there's a little bit of Irish and Scandinavian ancestry going on too, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty specific. I think that, yeah, most people can't get that specific, so I think you should be proud, if anything. At least you're not going through what Eugene went through from the Try Guys. Anyway, the next time we're going to be on here, I think I might do one stream on Monday, because I know during the week it's going to drop off. For sure. So I think I could promise maybe 2 more streams on that front. So tomorrow definitely there'll be an Oracle forecast, and then I'm thinking I do a stream on Monday, and then we'll see what that's gonna be. We'll see. So Charity of the Season is the Betweeniors Network. I finally found my business card with the Betweeniors Network, so I'm gonna email them and see how we can contribute to their campaign. I also run a Japanese English online exchange group that will still happen regardless of where I'm gonna be, and it happens at Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to practice your Japanese for a little bit, make some new friends, feel free to jump in on that. The link is in the foreign languages thread, Gaikokugo, in Discord if you want to find a space to practice. Oh, ads are going on. Okay. But it's okay. It's still an outro. Discord listening parties, we will resume those in July. In the meantime, we're going to swap those with movie and TV show screenings. I recently put it in I basically put it in a poll in Discord. So if you want to suggest some films or some shows that you want to watch, feel free to add them to the public thread. I'm always down to watch more movies or rewatch some stuff. I'm also planning on attending the Isle of Queen tour from Queen Herbie. She's coming to the East Coast around August. So if you want to listen to some of the tracks that I often pull during my Oracle forecasts or my Seer Saturdays, even though today I haven't pulled from the deck at all today, try out her concert. And also, if you happen to petition enough, she might do an international tour. So we'll see about that. And I forgot to delete this last part, but the Seinan Gakuin fundraiser in an official capacity has come to an end. So I'm not really officially fundraising anymore, but I decided that I will keep the items up until the very end of the trip. So if you want to get a reading from me while I'm away, while I'm traveling, it will still support me through the trip. So coffee.com/Tonders if you want to shop or donate with some of the characters on the right side of the screen. Otherwise, you can help me. You can continue tuning into the channel because I do get ad revenue. You can also do donations via Coffee or Bits, or purchase the items on the right side of the screen. Coffee is the fastest way you can do it, but if you can do other ways. I know. I know how frustrating it is. I know how frustrating it is, to not have answers. I mean, as an academic, it especially sucks when, there's, one question that you have, and there's, nothing matching up with, the answer that you're looking for, or, the thing that you're looking for that could, just turn it around. But, yeah. But, yeah, Luvez, you have a right to be frustrated, so... Especially with that, gosh. But yeah, I hope your answer, you can get some answers for sure. So to finish off my outro here, here's where you can find me outside of this channel. So I got Blue Sky, which I keep on forgetting to update the live status on there. I'll be sure to remember that when I'm in Japan. I got Discord, I got TikTok, which I might put some updates on that there too. Twitch and YouTube I simulcast. I never delete my videos. So if the Twitch video gets deleted, odds are pretty good it's on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. Theological Otaku is my second channel, and where I'm going to put my vlogs as well as some video essays. I'm planning on doing some of those at some point. Of course, if you lean more towards the written word, it is thethirdnerd.substack.com. Again, like I said earlier, you can donate or shop via my coffee shop, ko-fi.com/Tonders. Even for more of the physical mediums, I just updated my Throne wishlist because I got new new earphones for my laptop, so I didn't need to keep it on there anymore. It is throne.com/Tondersia. Finally, this episode was filmed in the homelands of the Nanticoke and Lenni peoples. To learn more, visit native-land.ca. So with that, this Seer Saturday has officially come to an end. But we will have more of them probably the next couple weeks. So heads up for those who are watching in the replay. It's gonna be a little bit before I come back to doing this, and I will be in a completely different setting by then. So please pay attention to notifications, stick around. I think I may have room for maybe a couple more streams before I officially have to close up for a little bit until I'm way less jet lagged. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a great evening. Happy Pride Month. And as always, may your heart be your guiding key. Till next time, I'll see you later. For those who are on Twitch, stand by for a raid, and for those who are on the replay or watching on YouTube, this is the end of the video. Bye, everybody. And thanks to Chill Hop for these amazing background tracks.